From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Go. Sunday.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Bengals defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
I'm one, ready? Eleven. Stop.
Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now it's Burrow. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Donald just continues to astound with plays like that. Last year, his 9th season in the NFL, and the first time since his rookie year, he wasn't voted an All-Pro. Yet even in just 11 games, had 5 sacks and made the Pro Bowl. Simply incredible.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded at the 27. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you
Oh, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sand. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. Jones on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Everyone in the NFL is looking for mismatches. And T. Higgins' size and speed at receiver, that allows him to have those type of mismatches against most defenders. 6'4", the ability to flat-out fly. They can use him everywhere, including in the slot. He's a dangerous playmaker and a big-time producer in the red zone.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. The Bengals at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Rams are going to take over here up near the 40.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First down from Higbee. And since so many have forgot about him among the league's top tight ends, time to give him his due. He has improved so much across 7 NFL seasons, going from backup to true receiving threat.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Call it a gain of a yard, and now we've got a 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
11 MT, take. 11 MT.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Short throw to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Burrow. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
But you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Jones. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 MT, tape. 11, dot.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
1, ready?
At the 40-yard line.
12, 12, 12. Dot.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Gun.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamal Chase, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the 1st quarter. But in the 2nd quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. There he goes, left side. Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 2.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. That's into a crowd and intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down and 8. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Behind.
Inside handoff to Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity miss there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 yards to go, second down. Wentz going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first and 10, here's Wentz. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Roger's numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Aaron Donald, his second sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon with a 1st down carry. A nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now a pause for the injury, and that is as Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
11.
Here's Higgins out of the right side. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bengals have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
No.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. So the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the 2nd half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the top. That's exactly what they did.
129 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now 3rd down and very long. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Jones on the return. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Burrow. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Byron Young brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. McPherson's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Wentz. Incomplete. What a difference. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a real...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A tone setter on defense. They pick off the first pass. I had to look down, but yeah, no interceptions last week, so they made up for lost time.
Boy, did they ever. And when you pick off the first pass of the game, you talk about a tone setter. Now your whole entire defense is thinking, okay, when do we get our next one? Can't wait to get back out on the field and get after them.
11.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side with Evans. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed. And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option. And they're right down here looking for 6.
Here we go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1, ready?
2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Evans. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chris Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
1st down, Rams.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway. Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
White.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On 1, ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, whatever the 4-minute offense is, you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. On 3rd down, Burrow. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw taken in by Rucker. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Again, it's Stafford. Flush to his right.
That'll be caught by Cup. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Stafford. Swings this out for Hunt. Touchdown! Kareem Hunt. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Blankenship out for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game 24-24. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
11 MT, 11 MT. Stop.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Here we go.
This is 1st and 10.
Stop.
Throwing, Burrow.
And this one is incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Stop.
Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
Here we go, here we go.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Twelve. Time.
On 3rd down, it's Evans. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
As meticulous as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on the offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
12.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
handoff coming left, Evans.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's William Golston there who fought his way in to make the play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mighty, 11 mighty. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Rams are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
They run right side with Hunt. Now he's loose again, and he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 190 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt.
They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
A give right side now to Hunt.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
On second down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Akers.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were